Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Bobby Moore Stand. My name is Chris, and
Lions!
with me is a pissed up Gary. How you doing, mate?
I'm very happy indeed. I've had a lovely day, very lovely day. It's been nice over there. Got drunk. What can I say? Got
Mate,
drunk on happiness, Chris. On happiness.
I need to catch up
I'm
with
gonna
you.
smoke on air. I'm sorry, people.
Honestly, this is going to be brilliant, right? So I need to catch up with you because I need to catch up with you because you're pissed and I'm not,
Yeah,
and I should be because I'm ecstatic
yeah.
after the performance today.
Exactly. Do it.
I've got this bottle, right? This is what my bestest friend brought me last week. It's a very, very expensive high-end tequila, straight from Mexico. I've never heard it before. It's called Criente. So I'm going to give this a bash because I need to catch up with you. So just give me a second, Gal. If you just want to be sick in the corner.
Chris. If you could catch up with me, it's gonna take a while. Let me warn you.
Oh no, mate, it won't take too long. Oh bloody hell!
Todibo. What a fucking day! I'm telling you, what a
Cheers.
day! It all
Cheers, Gal.
started.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers! Cheers. It all started with Perry Groves. He came in before the game because we were in the posh seats today, so we're in a box, lovely people. Only me and Paul supporting West Ham, but the Arsenal fans in there were really nice, especially the host Daniel, very nice. But lots of lovely people. Right, they took losing really well. I didn't expect him to. But Perry Groves came in early doors. He's from Essex somewhere, so he's a proper geezer, right? He's the sort of bloke you could probably chat to all night. He's a nice bloke, right? And let him blow off all his steam about what he say. He said he got picked for Republic of Ireland under Jack Charlton, right? And he said he turned up for training, and Jack was in the bar and he was pissed already, right? And he went in to see him and he said, "Oh, Terry Groves."
Brilliant.
So I just asked him a question. I said, look, Terry. I said, enough of this Arsenal positive nonsense. Tell me I'm a West Ham fan. So is he. Tell me what was your biggest disappointment playing against West Ham? And he said, well, it wasn't as a player. He said, I was there in 1980 as a ball boy at the cup final.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah. So he was talking about how he qualified through Norfolk. He's from Norfolk. That's where he's from.
Yeah.
Nice guy, though. Nice guy. Very good. I didn't ask for a selfie because it's Perry Groves. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want a selfie with an ex-Arsenal player, mate. Sod that.
Of course
I
I
don't
don't.
have any
Of course I
selfies
don't.
with Arsenal
Yeah.
players. So the only one I would like a selfie with would be Declan Rice, just as he was walking off the pitch today. That would have been lovely, wouldn't it?
We missed. He's got a monkey's head. We missed Martin Keown just outside. We missed him.
Yeah,
Someone told me as we passed him already. I was, Oh, and on the way out, I know I'm fast forwarding, but on the way out, do you remember that little tit on Arsenal Fan TV with the fucking hat pulled down to here, the Murphy one, right? Who gives it all early in the season? He said. So I'm giving up tomorrow. Don't worry about that. Right? He said, he was giving it to West Ham earlier in the season because, like, why does anybody support West Ham? They never won anything. I thought, you fucking tit, right? So I came out. He's about 4 foot tall, so I thought it's a bit unfair, right? But I thought, as we went out, I'm pissed. I just went pretty close to him. Went, Lions!
You just literally just destroyed.
He got the message.
He
got the message. I'm thinking of making a spoof video like that, right? Where I wake up in the morning to an alarm clock that says "Irons," and then my wife calls me a cunt. Yeah.
I tell you what, that Arsenal Fan TV. I watched a bit of their. I watched something they put out. I think it might have been yesterday. It was pre-match, and they were all banging on like it was a foregone conclusion, right? That they already had the 3 points in the bag, and they were working out how many points are going to be adrift of Liverpool after they've beaten us today.
Yeah.
I thought, do you know what? This is to you, Arsenal Fan TV. Fuck you. You're so damn arrogant thinking you're just going to turn up and beat us. Well, you didn't.
That's right,
did
Chris.
You didn't. Absolutely fuck off. And I'm going to have another shot actually on that note as well.
Yes, you have another shot.
Hold up. What's this going on here? What brand of cigarette is Gary smoking? The posh ones.
It's a Sterling Jewel. They're cheap at 13 quid a packet. Right.
Lambert Butler.
Sterling Jewel. But I'm giving up tomorrow anyway, so it won't be a factor. But I've been accused of being a bit of a gay smoker before. So what Bill said there is strangely accurate, right? I've been told that. I do kind of stick the finger out and whatever.
Yeah, you do, don't you? I've never noticed that before.
Yeah,
You
I
do,
do.
don't
I
you?
do. Sorry. I'm sorry
Right,
for all you
cheers, Arsenal fan
masculine smokers
TV.
out there. Cheers. But I'm telling you, what a fucking day. We got there early, we went to the I can't remember, Victoria Tavern in Holloway Road. So I went on the long route all the way, got a bus. I got a bus. Bus. Right, got a bus.
Bus wanker.
I'm not below the bus. Apparently.
You're a bus wanker.
Bus to Romford, Stratford, across to Highbury and Islington, up Holloway Road, round the corner. I used to live, right? I used to live there for a disappointing period of time. So I know the area quite well. But we went in there, they needed a bit of ID, so I showed them a little corporate invite. And he said, yes, you're all good, mate, you're all good, mate. And we were with a bunch of Arsenal fans, but they're all very nice Arsenal fans. Had about, I don't know, a couple of pints before we left there, and then headed down to the Emirates. And I've got to say, the corporate in there is pretty good. It's pretty good. We didn't stay downstairs with the plebs. We went upstairs. You know, we didn't stay downstairs with a regular corporate. We went upstairs where you got private boxes, and in the boxes, honestly, I don't think I've had so much rich food in quite a long time. Right? You had you basically had a bunch of what you could call starters, I suppose, and then the main course, which was it's really nice, and then desserts everywhere. But they were just topping your drinks up the whole time. They're really attentive in there, you know, and you couldn't fail to get drunk. You could not fail to get drunk. And it was just all good. I did a couple of TikTok things on there, right, as the game went on. But yeah, thanks to my cousin Paul for setting it up, because that was probably my favourite corporate day ever, I must admit. That was superb. It was such good fun. There was another one where we won 2-1 at Spurs, which was fucking great. But I think this tops it. Because of the sarcasm. Around that middle tier where you've got a load of West Ham, you've basically got supposed to be like a load of corporate fans. It's infiltrated by West Ham everywhere. Right next to me, West Ham. Right in front, opposite, West Ham. Right, and there's like the Arsenal fans looking gloomy, looking glum. They expected to roll us over today without much of a fight, but they didn't cater for Graham Potter, did they? What a magnificent setup from Graham Potter. You know, he put the Rolls Royce that is Jean Claire to Debo.
Oh man, do you know what? What a performance today! And I know you were there. I watched it on telly. I'm so gutted because my away record in recent times is so bad. Like honestly, I'm
peaks and troughs, Chris. Peaks and troughs.
No, it's more kind of troughs at the moment for me, right?
Yeah,
but I'm delighted for you that you experienced that today. And I'll tell you what, I was buzzing just watching it at home, mate. To be honest, you know, it was.
Yeah.
I can't fault. That was a brilliant comment. Why are you taking that down? That was brilliant.
Oh, sorry. Put it up.
Yeah. Well, what was it again? Hold up.
It was a can of Monster and a fag.
Yeah, proper ammo.
Proper ammo.
Yeah, proper.
Yes, that's right, Maltese. That's
this one's quite good as well from Claire. Yeah. Have you got a free bus pass, Gary, from Claire?
Fuck off. I'm not 60 yet. I'll tell you what, right? I spoke to somebody in work the other day, and I've got to say, I'm 55 now. That's going to be the most disappointing moment of my life when the fucking free bus pass drops through the door at age 60. He got his last week. It's like, oh, no. Tell me it ain't true. He got his bus pass.
Bus wanker and a corporate wanker. What the fuck, gal?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I could have lots of corporate this week. I don't know if John's remembered me, but he was supposed to be giving me his ticket to Leicester on Thursday. I've got my own ticket, but I'm going to Man United on Wednesday to watch Man United against Ipswich with some clients. So
that'd be
fun.
You got
corporate up there is really good, right? It's really good, but it's neither team I care about, right? But it'll be a lot of goals, I would imagine.
Gal, you don't look a day older than 75, according to Epic.
Epic, how dare you? That's nasty.
Cheers, Epic. Let's go again.
Epic. I expect more. But let's go back to the game.
Oh
right?
my God, this is fucking strong. Oh, yeah, it's like Patriot Cup.
You got your tequila face on. You got your tequila.
Oh, mate, honestly, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I just feel like I need to get on the same buzz as you right now.
Yeah, it was that first half when we were looking at it, because we weren't expecting that. We were not expecting that at all. I expected the normal performance against Arsenal where they fucking abuse us down the wings and everything was closed off. Down the left-hand side, you had Ollie Scholes, who was fucking magnificent for 90 minutes. Because, like we said last week, he is ready for first-team football. Of course he is. Of course he's ready for first-team football. And he didn't put a foot wrong all day, I don't think. Not what I saw. And then Wan-Bissaka, the magnificent hammer of the year, Wan-Bissaka, like you admitted earlier on your video.
Wan-Bissaka is his new name. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, oh yeah. It's amazing how good a wing-back he is. Who would have known? I mean, he's played his career as a fullback. Do you know what I mean? He's played his fullback as his career as a fullback for Palace, for United. We've stuck him as a fucking right wing back, right winger, whatever it is. But he can play anywhere. I'm with you on this one now. I think the Katila's already hit me. But yeah, no, honestly, I'm with you on this. He's been unbelievable. And for me, we'll go for all the players and everything else. But fuck me, what a performance from Wan-Bissaka today. Wow.
Like I said afterwards, right? I said afterwards to someone, we're chatting in the pub because we had 2 hours after the game of drinking, and then we went to the pub. And I thought, I've got to get out, get back, do a show, right? But I was getting very, very drunk by this point. And this guy said, we've made a real tactical mistake today and we played 2 left wingers. I said, mate, you were up against Wan-Bissaka. You could have played 4 left wingers. It wouldn't have fucking mattered. You're up against Wan-Bissaka. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen.
Absolutely nothing. No one's getting past him. No one's getting past him. You know, here's the thing, right? Arsenal fans, this is what really fucking annoys me. But I'm happy because he's just like, whatever, 2 fingers up. Arsenal fans, fuck off. Anyway, what's the fucking deal with them? So, we've got injuries. Oh, that's the reason why. Because that's already come out, because they've got Martinelli. Yeah, well, exactly. They've got Martinelli out. They've got Jesus out, and they've got what's the other fucking geezer who plays up front? Havertz, who's not even a striker. They've got those guys out. Yeah, look how many players we've got.
Antonio. Yeah,
exactly. Fulkrug, Antonio, Somerville, Paqueta. Exactly. All of these players. So I'm not being funny. We're playing with a very depleted squad right now. Yeah. But we still done a number on them. We still beat them today. We convincingly. Still did. Fucking convincingly, Gal,
fucking
right?
title challenges. As I said to him after the game, I said, look, there's always next year. Yeah, don't worry about it. I think that was the end of their little title challenge today, wasn't it?
They're done, mate. They're done. There's no way they're going to win the title now. Not unless Liverpool somehow miraculously end up losing. I just can't. It's too much of a gap now, Gal. Too much of a gap. I think they know. And actually, funny enough, that clip that I was referring to from Arsenal Fan TV, they specifically said that this is must win. We win this game. If we don't win this game, then that's it. Well, you did win the game, so that is it. So fuck off. Yeah, and Declan Rice can stick around with his nice little plate, charity shield trophy that he's got. That's all he's going to stay. Look, I've got no ill feelings toward Declan Rice. But actually, fuck it. No, I don't have any ill feelings for him. But I do kind of think to myself, you went to go win medals and trophies, right? How's that gone for you?
I'll tell you what, though. He went there to win medals and trophies, and he will not be happy that his manager fucking humiliated him on 55 minutes by taking him off and letting him get a load of abuse from... Well, he didn't get abuse, to be fair. He was like, you should have signed for a big club, right? The standard stuff. They didn't have a go at him. Booed him when he came to take a corner, but that's normal shit, right? That's normal shit.
Yeah.
In fact, he didn't really get much at all. But I said, Paul said at half time, he says to the Arsenal fans, when you bring him Rice on.
he was so quiet, wasn't he? He was so
absent.
Quiet.
Absent. And he was the one that was supposed to be marking Bowen for the goal.
Honestly, I tell you what, talking of that goal, right? I mean, plaudits to Wan-Bissaka. I mean, for goodness sake, like he's run 3/4 of the pitch to get up down to their third and to get that cross in. I mean, what the fuck was Declan Rice doing? I mean, seriously, I swear he could have jumped for that, but I think he's scared of getting a touch and getting, I don't know, scoring an own goal or whatever. That's what they were saying on the telly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that was just atrocious defending, wasn't it? Absolutely atrocious. But it had to be him, though. And that's the beauty of it. It had to be Declan Rice that was there.
Agent Deck decided to duck out.
But what, honestly, though, Wan-Bissaka, what an assist that was, though. What a beautiful cross.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
2 centre-halves.
It was amazing. And I'll tell you what, wait a minute, because I've got a special gift to give away to these West Ham fans. I'll be back in a second. 1 minute. Won't be long.
A special gift?
Special gift. 1 minute. I'm going to do a reverse auction. 1 minute.
Oh, I know what he's got. I know exactly what he's got. Everyone's going to have to be excited for this as well, to be fair. I don't think anyone's going to be excited for it. Cheers, Brendan. I'm going to get back. Do you know what? I'm going to have another one. Sod it. Why not? Might as well have another one. We don't get enough of these results, do we, recently? So why not? I think we should celebrate when we get the opportunity. I'd highly recommend this stuff as well for anyone that hasn't tried this. It's called Criente. Very good stuff. Burns, really burns.
It was no, sorry. What happened was, I can hear you now. What happened was, I don't know where she's put it, but I got given a free gift of an Arsenal shirt. I know we've already got an owner for it, haven't we? We've already got an actual.
Well, I was thinking about this, girl. I was thinking about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of an uncle would I be to pass this on to my niece or nephew? It's unacceptable, isn't it? So no,
Listen, they're 60 or 70 quid, aren't they? They're a nice shirt and all that, but
I've changed my mind.
Blue.
I've changed my mind, girl. I can't be doing that, can I?
So, if any of you people in the it's who can bid the lowest, right? Got to play pasting and packaging, right? But whoever can bid the lowest for this Arsenal shirt wins. That's probably a silly idea, isn't it?
Is it got a name and number and all that shit on the back, or is it just
no? It's just a straightforward XL size Arsenal home shirt, right? It's a nice shirt, not my cup of tea, but it's a nice shirt. You know, I don't know how much they retail for. Probably more than 70, 80 quid because it's Arsenal, right? They charge more, don't they? But I went to Spurs once, and deep inside, I don't really mind Arsenal that much. It's only the Rice thing that's annoyed me, right? I never minded them before that. Spurs, I can't stand. So when I got given a Spurs shirt, I just left it there because I thought, looks absorbent. I might take it home. I have one use for it. But I thought with the Arsenal one, I know quite a lot of Arsenal players, you know. So what do you advise? Give me some ideas, people in chat, what to do with this Arsenal shirt.
Well, if you haven't gone to the toilet already, Gal, then
I've been.
Then you should have used it already.
Yeah.
That's the only danger of that is it could block your toilet. But
no, it could.
It could block your toilet. But then having said that, it is shit, so it should flush down, shouldn't it really?
It should. But it's you know, I dare say it's nice in certain tastes, whatever. Funny thing was, these Arsenal fans, we had a load of programs. You get a program when you go in there, obviously, right? Oh, what's that? 1p, Gary.
1p bid here.
It's got to be less than that.
Someone's bid 5p and a kick in it, 5p and a kick in the bollocks.
Give me the best offer. I don't care what it is. Not a kick in the bollocks. No. That's mean, isn't it?
Well, this is why someone offering 10 quid, Sharky, 10 quid really for an Arsenal shirt. You would pay 10 quid for an Arsenal shirt.
Sharky, it's not bad. He must know an Arsenal supporter. XL, Arsenal supporter. Yeah. Honestly, I don't want it. I don't fucking want it. What do I want?
Well, you did bring it home with you, Gal, so I am questioning.
Well, why throw it away? It's money, isn't it? Why throw it away? But if anyone knows an Arsenal supporter who actually would benefit somehow from this shirt, I don't know how. I don't know how you would, Chris. But if an XL men's, if you want it, let me know. Give me a DM.
I don't think anyone wants it. I don't think anyone.
If you know listen, we've all got fucking Arsenal fans in our family and our friends network and everything else, London Club and all that. I don't want to waste it. I'd waste a Spurs shirt because I just fucking left the Spurs shirt there. But an Arsenal shirt, it's got to be worth saying, it. But, they're going to be runners up in the title race this year.
Actually, thinking
silver
about
medal.
It,
always a bridesmaid.
There is someone that I could possibly give it to. And he's my cousin's husband in Japan. And he's a Japanese guy, as you know, because I'm half Japanese, right? He's a big Arsenal fan. I don't know why. I've been trying to convert him to be a West Ham fan for years, but I've given up. So he'd quite appreciate it. But the problem is though, Gal, that's an XL shirt, and to be fair, Japanese people aren't the biggest. Yeah, they're not. They're quite a small little people, right? And I can't be racist here, by the way, because I am also half Japanese. But he's very small. But I'm sure you'll love it. I'm sure you'll love it, and he can use it as a I don't know, fuck knows.
If it don't work as a shirt, it'll work as a dress, Chris. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you have got a very feminine way of smoking, haven't you, Gal? Jesus, wow. Well, I've got another one.
It's a bit gay, I've got to be saying. It's a bit gay. I've been told that before.
Cheers to Gal and his feminine way of smoking.
Cheers.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be
interesting. First half, back to the first half. I thought that was such a fucking... Because you're up one tier, you can see the team and how they're formed. It was so disciplined. It was amazing to see the team so disciplined and shutting off every bit of space because Arsenal kept trying to go wide and then they'd go to the other side. Then they go back to the other side. There was no way through. There was no way through. They weren't running Scholes. They weren't running Wan-Bissaka.
Well, let's look at it this way. I mean, Ollie Scholes was flawless in my opinion. Did not put a foot wrong.
Yes.
I think if you look at our defence, honestly, I'm not gonna say, usually we have these conversations. We're doing post-match kind of analysis or whatever. And we talk about in the first half, but actually, finally, for the first time in a long time, we can actually say for the whole fucking game, because it was for the whole game, right? But our defence was resolute, and honestly, I cannot think of a single mistake that our defence made throughout the whole 90 minutes. The only one came from Mavrokrapos, which was that stupid little foul that he made on the edge of the box, right?
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
I'll let him off because it didn't transpire into a goal. But aside from that, our defence was solid. If you look at our defensive midfield, in terms of Edson Alvarez, he was fantastic today. He absolutely bossed that midfield, along with JWP, who, by the way, I'll tell you what, I called this a couple of weeks ago.
Amazing.
Did I not say to you, he's going to come back in and he's going to do something for us? He was running his bollocks off today, weren't he?
He really was.
Running his socks into the ground. He was brilliant.
He was amazing. Yeah. And Alvarez, I don't know what it was, but he had Alvarez. You know what usually happens is that they play that double pivot, and I think they're too close together because Alvarez and Souček just don't work, right? But he had Alvarez playing on the left-hand side, pretty much separated from Ward-Prowse, and Ward-Prowse was pretty much on the right. Souček, I don't know what he was doing, but that's usually good for Souček because you don't notice he's making mistakes. That means he's doing something good, right? He's running around doing his job quietly and effectively. But it was a really, really aggressive performance from Ward-Prowse and from Alvarez. Alvarez got through a lot of running, and so did Ward-Prowse. I didn't know they had it in them, honestly.
He was getting stuck in when he Ward-Prowse. Did you see some of the challenges? Yes. It was so good to see. It was almost good to say, that game really meant something to all of the players, which it should do every single week, to be fair. But you could see it did. It mattered, and they were all working their bollocks off. They were all giving it 110%. And I thought, Ward-Prowse, I was particularly pleased with, just because he's had a tough time first part of the season over at Forest, didn't get much game time, come back here, and I think he's got a point to prove again, mate. He has.
Fuck you, Terry, by the way. Fuck you, mate. Fuck you. No,
that's nice brilliant. Way. Can we just keep it up here? That's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, a nice way, Terry. I'll say that with love. Fuck you, Terry. All right. All right.
Oh, brilliant.
Hold on, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do this now.
How do you do? Do you have to do it? Show me again. What you did? You got your little finger up. Oh, that's the bit there. So it's not the finger. It's the way you pull away. It's kind of like.
Sorry.
It's not. It's like. I can't. The way you do it, I don't know. Just you have to watch yourself for the cam go. It's like you kind of. I don't know. Most people would smell like. You're like.
I'm a feminine smoker.
Very feminine. Very feminine. Very feminine. Wait for it. Here it comes. Oh, he's not done it. You got it down then, didn't you?
Yeah. But anyway, that was an amazing first half, and for that goal, I mean, look, it was against a runner playing whatever. They were giving us a lot of pressure, but they weren't really getting anywhere. Said at half time they had 9 shots, 1 on target. Couldn't remember a shot. I remember when they had the shot and the one shot that was on target that Areola just caught, and I said good back pass.
I can't even remember that one, Gal. I actually can't remember that one because
about 30 yards out.
Yeah, I know they had a few more shots apparently than what we did. But having said that, we looked the more threatening when we had those few opportunities that we did. We did. I can't remember Arsenal even looking like they were going to score, because if you look at it,
bit harsh, Darren.
Do you remember
I should get a cigarette
making a save goal? I don't remember.
A cigarette holder and white gloves. Sorry. No, he did. He caught the ball because it went straight down his throat. It was a 30-yard shot or something, right?
Here's a question. Why is Areola making himself look like a 70s porn star at the moment? What's that all about? He's got this big tash in the hair. Have you noticed that?
Maybe he is a 70s porn star. You never know.
Maybe he's moonlighting as a 70s porn star. Because he literally, as soon as I see him, I thought I've seen him before somewhere. Oh no, that's not me.
I was just honestly, the wind-ups over there was so good, because every time we said something a little bit baity to them, they turn around and they sort of laugh, but you tell they're grimacing. And it was things like, I was encouraging Alphonse to just don't run to the ball, Alphonse. Let the ball run to you. Give it time, waste time. And he's like, someone goes down, it's like, yeah, stay down, give it 5 minutes, mate, give it 5 minutes. It was so good. And one time they had a shot and it went about 20 foot wide.
Yeah, that was what's his face? Oh fucking hell, I can't even think his name now.
Yeah, but the funny thing was, in front of us, they went ooh, as if it was close, right? And my cousin Paul, we went like this, throwing.
That was Odegaard. Oh, that was Martin Odegaard, wasn't it? He's the one.
Yeah.
It was an awful shot.
Yeah.
Made me laugh because on the commentary when I was watching that game, I think it was Don Hutchison who's. I don't know, he's funny because he's ex-West Ham player. He doesn't come across like he's an ex-West Ham player when he commentates. Not like Gary Neville does when he commentates United games or Carragher. But when they took that shot, I think he turned around. I think it was him. He said, "Yeah, player of his quality should be doing a bit better than that. A bit better. It was about fucking 30 yards wide. Do you know what I mean? It was unbelievable."
Yeah. If you can get Bowen and 5-1 put on the back, Chris,
what's that?
It cost me more than a fucking tenner to put that on the back. Not even on that back.
Well, that's quite a good idea, but it's still. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, got to be fair. But Jared Bowen afterwards, I mean, he's given the. I mean, we'll talk about the second half in a minute, but let's talk about the end because I'm pissed, right? But it was the way he speaks about West Ham. It's like, this is the standard we want to be at. This is what we expect from this team and all that sort of stuff. I love that stuff. I really fucking love that stuff. Gets my juices flowing, you know. Because it is. There's no reason why we should go to a team like them. We are a team full of talent. It just needs a bit of organisation, clearly, right? But it's just a matter of getting all those different individual pieces operating as a team. And today he did it. He did it. He did it wonderfully, right? It was so good. We'll come to the player ratings afterwards. But the second half. Yeah, the second half was fun, wasn't it? So the second half, we was expecting like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of pressure from them, and I think that's what we got, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a little bit of pressure from them, but having said that, it didn't look like they were really going to get through us, Gal. I never really felt like they were going to score. I don't know why. I just never felt it. For me, I mean, they could have played, and I think I said it on my little short I created on TikTok. Yeah. I said they could have played all day, and I don't think they would have scored. It was one of those kind of weird games, wasn't it? Because they didn't have any. They had no cut. They had no cutting edge up front at all. To be fair to them, they've got a central midfielder playing up front for them, right? As we've experienced many times when we don't have a striker, but they had nothing up front at all. So it didn't. If they were going to score, it's probably going to be either from a set piece, which is typical for them, or like from a corner, for instance, or like a long shot maybe. But they didn't look like they were going to score today, Gal. And I think, as I said to you before, for me, we had a couple of opportunities, particularly if we're talking about the second half, when, what's his fucking name? Skelly, what the fuck his name is, that little twat, the one that done the Haaland celebration, when he got sent off. Fuck me, Kudus was running clean through. Yeah. I mean, there was, what's his name? What's his fucking name? Skelly, what I can't even remember.
It's a double-barreled shitty name, isn't it?
Yeah, what the fuck was his name?
Like Will Prowse, but inferior.
Yeah, but he was there. Like, so obviously he took Kudus down. There was another centre half in the middle. He was probably about 15, 20 yards away from him. The keeper's about 50 yards off his line. So how they even gave that as a yellow initially is beyond me. Like the fact that he had to look at VAR and he was looking at the screen for a fair while, Gal. Like, what are you not seeing here? That is a clear fucking red card. That was a clear goal if he goes through, because he's got an open goal essentially, and he's going to outpace the centre half easily.
Yeah. No, of course. And I've got that on video. I got it because we thought it was all over. We thought the referee had bottled it, and I got that on video. I'm going to make a video Monday morning. I got all this footage, and Doddsy sent me some footage and everything else. I'm going to make a video of it, but I got that where he's fucking bottled it. The referee's bottled it, and West Ham fans were singing exactly that, right? And then it goes to VAR, and you're thinking, no. By the way, Ralph, I think he's right, because Soler looks like D'Artagnan, doesn't he?
Who?
He looks like D'Artagnan, Soler, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Yeah. Don't question it.
If you think he looks, it's the same as people saying you look like Doc Cotton. I mean, I can't. I'm not.
No, it smokes like Doc Cotton. No, it looks like. There's a big
sorry.
Difference. There's a big difference there, right?
Sorry.
But yeah, where was I? What was I saying?
You were talking about Doc Cotton.
No.
No, it's about Soler looking like
D'Artagnan. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think he models himself on D'Artagnan as Soler. He's a good looking bloke, Soler. But sadly,
he's a good looking fella. Yeah. He's not. He can't be someone that we buy at the end of the season. Not for 20 million quid. Not for 15 million quid. He's not good enough, is he?
No, he's a decent squad player. Decent squad to have hanging around the place.
Yeah,
For sure. But I think we can do better.
100%,
And
mate.
you know, going back to Skulls, right? We said in that last game where because he had a few games where he came on and he did a bit part, he made a few mistakes, but he was good. And then last game when he came on after Emerson had a fucking mare, he came on and he looked like right, well this is my place, right? And today he fucking looked like that was his place. That is his position now. Emerson ain't coming back after that, surely.
No. Well,
Pace,
Emerson was on the bench
positioning,
today, wasn't he? And
everything.
he was on the bench today, and he didn't even come on. Kind of speaks volumes, really, for how good Scholes was, doesn't it? Really,
Yeah,
he
we'll
really
be
does.
flogging him in the summer for sure, Emerson. There's no doubt about it, right? No doubt about it. But yeah, so that happened, and then it went to VAR, and then the VAR decision after about 5 minutes is like you got to go and look at the telly, and as soon as he's looking at the telly, the geezer's getting sent off,
Yeah,
right? Because the VAR's gone into his ear. You having a fucking laugh, ref, and they watch that back on Match of the Day later. They're going to be calling you a right prick, and he's looked at it. And he said, yeah,
he could
right.
he could never just let that be a yellow because it was just ridiculous. I could not believe it. I was
couldn't,
screaming at the telly, but I thought, nah, there's no way you can get away with just giving him a yellow for that.
Yeah.
Not a chance in hell.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the memes actually, Gal? They're brilliant of that Lewis Skelly, right? There's so the whole story and the background behind this is obviously, as many people know, Haaland goes up to Arteta at the end of one of the games early in the season, says, "Stay humble, whatever, be humble." And then I think Lewis Skelly gets near to him, and I think Haaland turns around and goes, "Who the fuck are you?" And he took major offence to that, right? So consequently, when Arsenal played Man City and Lewis Skelly scored, he does the Haaland celebration, which I've got to be honest with you, right? This is my thinking behind this, is because Lewis Skelly has come through the Arsenal academy, right? He's a young player, scores his first ever goal for his club, right? Now, Gal, imagine that feeling, right? Imagine you played your first game for West Ham,
and his first thought is, I've got to give it large to... What an arrogant prick. I'm sorry. So for me, I've got a massive dislike to him already, right? I'm all for good young English players coming through, but when I see that, I just think to myself, that's your first ever goal, your first ever professional goal for your boyhood club, and you've chosen to mock Haaland's celebration, right? So he's going to get it. But anyway, the meme with him right now, and Danny actually sent it to me earlier on, is him doing the Haaland celebration holding 2 red cards. Because he got sent off recently, didn't he? He got sent off recently. Yeah, I didn't realise.
So I think this is the problem with some of these young players. They get too big for their boots. And today was do you know what? That was a proper slap round the face to say, do you know what? Stay humble, Lewis Skelly. Stay humble, mate.
The other day when we found out Paqueta was injured, I thought it might be a blessing in disguise. And I don't mean that as disrespect to Paqueta. It's just that everything focuses on Paqueta when he's in the team. And what we had today was an end-to-end, workman-like, organised, disciplined performance from everybody, including Kudus, who's been off. All right, there was that thing where he broke clean through and he crossed it rather than shooting. And then there was later on where he should have released it to Ferguson. But at the same time, that was old Kudus coming back there. He was a pain in the arse all afternoon for them.
Honestly, I thought he was absolutely outstanding today. His hold-up play, the physicality that he showed, they just could not deal with him, Gal. The ball was stuck to him. They could not get it off of him. He was so good. He was so good. I mean, if you're going to start nitpicking, you could say, all right, maybe he could have released the ball earlier to Ferguson. He should have done, right? Because that would have been the game sewed up. And I must admit, when he didn't, and when Arsenal were kind of having a bit of a wave of attack in the final few minutes, I was thinking, fuck me, we're going to regret that. If that happens, we could have been 2-0 up. Because, in the past, that kind of shit would have happened to us. So that is the only thing that I would call him out for today. But apart from that, I thought that was his best game for many, many months.
It
might even be his best game all season because it was. You could see. I mean, he was just causing them all kinds of problems. He was brilliant today. Yeah, really, really. But the only thing that concerns me about that is it had to be against Arsenal, didn't it? Had to be against Arsenal because with the links with him and Arsenal, that would kill me if he went to Arsenal in the season. I don't care if he goes somewhere else, but fucking Arsenal, no, absolutely not.
No,
that would really piss me off.
I'll tell you what though, I've got to be honest. When I see that little tit who's on West Ham fan TV, Arsenal fan TV. Sorry, Nicky. Well, on that guy that's on Arsenal fan TV who gives it the big one all the time. When you see him in person, fucking hell, he's like a 12-year-old.
Is he the guy when
he's about that big? He's about that big. He's
Gal,
a tiny little
is
bloke.
he the guy that was
He's the one with a big
just
fucking mouth, right?
Yeah, no. So the one that when they were trying to sign Declan Rice, he was like, "Well, we need John West Arsenal.
Yes,
West Ham are fucking
yes.
shit. They're fucking
That's
shit and
him.
all that stuff."
That's
That
him.
guy, yeah.
Yeah. Flash as you like, right? Well, he ain't that impressive in person, I've got to be honest, right? He's just got a big mouth. Claire says, just to make it very clear, we won this game for us, West Ham. Yes, we did, Claire. Not to help the Scousers of Liverpool. No, we didn't.
Mate, we
don't give a
needed
toss
that. We
about
deserved
Liverpool.
that, and we've waited so fucking long for a result like that and a performance like
Yes.
that. You know, defensively outstanding, midfield robust, up front clinical when it needed to be. You know, I think from back to front we were outstanding today, and if we show anything like that against Leicester on Thursday, then it's a guaranteed 3 points. I mean, Leicester are fucking awful. I watched them last night. Their defence is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
We're going to bash them up, Chris. We're going to bash them up. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, we've got to.
But yeah, I could have free. I don't go get John to get back to me because he said he was going to let me have his seat in the posh seats over at West Ham on Thursday.
What's happened to your change, mate?
I've changed. Yeah, I had the posh seats today. I could do posh seats. Well, I'm going to do posh seats on Wednesday. Ambassadors Lounge at Man U against Ipswich, and then on the Thursday I could do John's posh seats over at West Ham. I could do 3 in a week. That's got to be some sort of record, Chris.
Sorry, does it? We've had Gary smoking a cigarette, very strangely talking about his juices flowing whilst licking his lips over
flowing, Ralph. They are. All right,
I'm going to have another shot.
What a fantastic day. But anyway, what happened? The Declan Rice, that I thought was, to be honest, I've still got feelings for Rice, even though when he plays for Arsenal, I've got no time for the guy, especially against West Ham, right? But I'll always like Declan Rice. And one day I think he'll end up back here. I don't think he's going to achieve his objectives in terms of being the world superstar that he thinks he's going to be. Probably end up back at West Ham and then we'll have him again, right? But I thought what Arteta did to him today was humiliating in the extreme. I thought that was out of order, what he did to him.
Yeah, but he wasn't good though, was he? So he had
no, but
to,
like
he,
none
he
of
had
them
to
were
be
good,
hurt.
Chris.
I know he wasn't. But yeah, I suppose. I mean, what was he actually doing? He replaced him. He replaced him for Lewis Skelly, didn't he? The guy that
who got sent off.
Yeah.
It honestly, that was, you know, he's a bit of a tit, Arteta, isn't he? And this last bit I'm going to talk about Arteta. I can't stand the geezer. What I'm looking forward to is seeing his match of the day post-match interview, find out what excuse he's using today. Is it the ball? Because we were singing this thing, because you know he blamed the ball in the cup, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but I learned it today. He was blaming the ball, the way it flew in the air, as if no one else uses the same ball, right? Well, that's what West Ham fans were singing, something along those lines. It's fucking brilliant. Yeah, smoking like that in a posh seat. No, I don't smoke in a posh seat. Not allowed. It's banned. Banned, Obsidian. It's banned. But in my shed, it's allowed.
Apparently, Rice went off injured. I don't know about that.
No, he didn't.
I mean, I don't know what he'd done to get injured because he was a fucking shadow today.
The only thing he was injured was his pride. He was poor.
He was really poor. He was like a fucking Wish version of, I don't even fucking know. He was awful. It was like he went. I don't think I'd seen him play that badly for a long time, mate. I don't.
What you got to remember is in that midfield there, you got 3 players who each individually are actually pretty good: Alvarez, Souček, and Ward-Prowse. And when they're arranged in such a way that you can take the best bits of each of their games, they ain't a bad midfield. There was actually legs in midfield.
Yeah,
there was legs.
Yeah.
It's
because they're working their backsides off, mate. They really were. I don't know. I always try to kind of. Sometimes I do nitpick in certain games, and I'm like, right, okay, that player didn't, he didn't do it. I can't do it in this game, Gary. I really can't. I just thought they were just.
We'll do the player ratings in a minute. It's going to be fucking high scores.
Tens all round, mate.
Yeah, let's go. Obsidian. What's Obsidian saying here? Oh no, it's putting around themselves. Arsenal didn't really have any threat. No, they didn't. They've lost, but we've lost Fulkrug and our 2 strikers. I mean, Ings ain't featuring, but that's our 3 strikers. Fulkrug and Antonio, they're out, right? They're out.
Yeah.
Look at us.
And we've got a half-fit Evan Ferguson as well. So we don't really have much up front, and also they've got a much bigger squad than what we've got. They've got more quality than we've got. It's a simple fact.
Yes, absolutely.
And also, let's not forget they're 15 games unbeaten, right, on their own pitches.
Not anymore. Not 16. Not 16. Only 15. I picked up 15, Chris.
Wouldn't that be nice though to be 15 games unbeaten at home though? Jesus, that would be nice.
Yeah, but that's the sort of stuff they just take for granted. You know, like when they won 2 or 3 FA Cups in succession and decided this ain't good enough, let's sack Wenger. They were fucking out on Arsenal fan TV saying Wenger out. Fucking won another FA Cup as if it don't matter. Not winning much now, though.
You say 1 cup in 6 years, the FA Cup. Or unless you're Arteta and you include the 2 fucking plates that he won. Which he does, doesn't he? He includes those as fucking trophies.
Charity shields.
Yeah, it's pathetic, mate.
Oh, yeah.
How can you honestly be raving about a fucking charity shield? I mean, it's just pathetic.
I think you've got to if you're Declan, because that's the only thing that's going on your CV below the Conference League, isn't it?
Someone just said just now that Deck bottles it a bit against West Ham. I mean, it's funny because if you look at the amount of the game, I mean, he actually has bottled it in a few games, apart from the game where they beat us 6-0 on our own ground, right? Where he clearly didn't bottle it that day and he scored a banger.
Secretly still loves us, you know that. Secretly still loves us.
He's not been good against us in a lot of these games. You know, you look at the here he goes again. You look at the League Cup game, you know, at the London Stadium last season, beaten 3-1. I think he came as a sub, but he was poor. As soon as he came on, they conceded. Last season, 2-0. This year, 1-0. I mean, he's not a good record against us, has he?
This is important, right? Emirates says, let's follow this result with a great result. Yes, let's fucking do Leicester. Big time. Give them a doing, as they say in Scotland on Thursday.
Well, they fucking done us, right? When I went up there, and I'll tell you, we owe them one for that. We do.
We fucking do, especially Vardy, little tit.
The only thing with Leicester is they are quite decent from an attack point of view, but defensively they're shot to pieces. So we just need to kind of take advantage of that. We need to go on it. I don't know. Would you play 5 at the back like we did today against Leicester, or would you do a 4 at the back now? Because when you're playing Leicester,
I think the 5 at the back, Chris, is solid defensively and quite attacking. Right? I think it's all right. I like it. It ain't a 5 at the back really. It's a 3 at the back. It's a 5 at the back when you're defending, but it's a 3 at the back definitely. It ain't like a Moyes 3 at the back, which is always a 5 at the back. I'll tell you, that was funny watching that game where David Moyes is like yes, and gone 2-0 up against fucking Man United, and then it was so funny when he got like 2-2. Oh, it's comical.
You see the penalty at the end? I was watching that. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I thought, how on earth is Moyes doing this? But it's not gonna continue. For all those fans out there, all the Moyes in people that are talking, raving on, you be careful what you wish for, and look how good Moyes is. That's not going to last, mate. I'll tell you, that is never going to last.
Just compare the win last year, which was fantastic, right? Let's not say it wasn't, because it was amazing, but it was. You know what Moyes did today? He went 2-0 up at half time and then fucking sat back in the second half and drew 2-2. You know that's what happened, right?
Tell you what, mate, I'm going to be honest with you. I watched that first half, and I actually think that he was playing a different brand of football, mate. He was.
No. But Chris is capable of doing that. You know that. But second half, I didn't even watch it, but I know what he did. He would have sat back, right?
They were still going for it a little bit, Gary. But Man United are shit as well, though. That's the thing. They are shit. Their defense is crap. I mean, I like I say, I mean, I don't wish anything. Any ill towards David Moyes. I genuinely don't. I don't.
Nor do I. The only thing I hate is that, there's this comparison, because frankly, there is no comparison between Moyes and Graham Potter. That game we won last year was basically down to Arsenal missing their chances. This year, it was about us controlling the game and winning it.
Yeah.
Totally different.
And also, on the subject of David Moyes, let's kind of look at it from another angle here. This is their last season at Goodison. Think about our last season at Upton Park. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's definitely going to be that kind of impetus to want to do well. So this is not going to last. It won't.
He's not calling me Gail. He's calling me Gal, right? Which is short for Gary. It's normal stuff. Normal stuff. So come on, you should know this. That's what everyone's called me since I was born. Gary, Gal, whatever. It's only Gazza I don't like. Don't like Gazza.
I see a few Gazza ones make me laugh.
Yeah,
Gazza.
I don't like Gazza.
I don't see you. I don't see you as a Gazza, mate.
I'm not
I don't see
Gazza.
You're not that. You're not that. You weren't a mid. What position did you play when you used to play football when you were younger?
A variety of positions.
Yeah. What was?
I was shitting all of them.
Oh really? You're not a good player at all.
Left wing, up front, whatever. Right, but
left wing up.
Not great. I must admit. Nah. I wasn't a great footballer, but I did love playing football like everyone did. Right, I loved it. It's one of those sports that if I could have played it well, I fucking still be playing it. right? It's one of them things. I was good at other sports, it seems, but
Table tennis, apparently, that I heard recently for the country. Was it table tennis?
No, not for the country. I played for the county, and I was top 20 in England. Yeah,
I honestly thought it was country. Maybe I must have misread that message.
No, county. I played for Essex, and I played for
Forrest Gump of the UK.
No, that's fake table tennis, right? It's real table tennis. The sick thing is, right? This is actually quite true. This is why I'd love to get him on an interview. Is Pop Robson. Pop Robson, one of my favourite strikers from the late 70s, right? He used to do things like, because he was really light on his feet, Pop Robson, and he was ahead of his time. He did like ballet training and stuff like that. And what he used to do, he used to have like his telepathic connection to Trevor Brooking. They used to find each other really well, and he used to take the ball early, light on his feet, find space for himself. He was a table tennis player. He used to play in the fucking Ilford League, where I played a few years ago, many years ago, and he was in the top division of the Ilford League. If he was around when I was around, I would have played against Pop Robson.
You would have broken him, wouldn't you?
He was a good player. He played in Division 1. He must have been a decent player.
I can imagine you being a dirty bastard on the pitch. Really late in the challenge. No,
nothing like that. Nothing like that. I was all right. I'll tell you what, I had a very cultured left foot. But the thing is, yeah, I'm left-footed, left-handed, right? But the thing is, it was just like...
What are you smoking with there, Gal? Was that your left or your right?
That's my right hand. I eat right-handed. Don't eat left-handed. That's for freaks, right? Okay. But it's just like, it's just... How can I say? Sorry, I'm all over the place.
Mate, I'm getting there as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry. There's some comments. What about the 11 minutes extra time? Well, it was 8, but it turned into 11, didn't it? It was fucking going on forever. It's like the referee was going to play. I'll tell you what, we were under more pressure against 10 men than we were against 11, weren't we?
Yeah, but we were, but then I think Arsenal had to go for broke at that point, right? I mean, they were 1-0 down, so I suppose they thought, we have to try and get something out of this game, so they had to push it.
Yeah,
they did, but that's the danger of doing that, though, because they can get caught on the counter, which they did do with Kudus twice. Once, obviously the one where he got the red card, but the other one where he should have played in Ferguson a bit more earlier. Yeah.
Right, didn't want to mention that. After Akabusi said the other day, he did that fucking thing where he said where they were taking the piss out of the geezer for only being, you're not even number 3 in the world. It's like, fuck, or you're not even number 3 in England. So it's like, fuck.
What are you talking about? I'm lost here. What are you talking about, Gal?
No. I was saying I was top 20 in England. It's like, sink down into my seat, because Akabusi the other day, he was saying he was taking the piss out of someone. It's like banter with some guy, one of the runners. He says he's a great runner, he loves him to death. Marcus, someone, and he said, "You're not even number 3 in England." And they laugh. Yeah,
you should have brought it up when we had Chris on the other day. That would have been pretty good. You should have mentioned that to him. Actually, I think he would have been impressed.
That's elite sportsman, though. That is elite sportsman, right? Different. Different.
Let's not downplay it, Gal. You were an elite table tennis player, mate, in your prime, right?
No, not as an adult. Not as an adult. I was a kid, right? And
how old were you? How old were you when you?
No, that was in the under 17s. So latest I was 17. So I didn't have the under 21s then. They introduced that later, so I went straight to the men's after that. I ended up.
We talk about football or table tennis. I'm lost, Gal.
I don't know.
I'm talking about table tennis. I'm like, is there an under 21 league?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. That's what it was. I think my highest as in the men's, because I went from the juniors, the under 17s, to the men's. I think my highest was about. I might have cracked the top. I don't think I cracked the top 100. I think it was about 120. But there's a lot of players in this country. Fuck me, there's a lot of players. Played, a lot of players who people remember, because there ain't many household names in table tennis, right? But Desmond Douglas is one of them, and the guy that because he was a European champion and he was a very good player. He was like a household name when I was growing up. He was on like World of Sport with Dickie Davis and all that, and he was a very, very good player. And the guy that knocked him off of number 1, Graham Sandley, I played in his team a few years later, right? He was good. Yeah, got drunk, had a chicken burger and carrot. Sorry, I'll put that comment out there. Didn't even bother reading it. Hold on, Mandy. Right. Hi, everyone. Love Skulls today. I love Skulls today. It was amazing. I'll tell you what, right? That kid inside the next season is going to be worth 50 million quid.
Yeah, I don't.
He is different class, Chris. He is fucking top drawer.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just don't want
Yeah.
to be. I don't want to be saying these things because I just wanted to quietly go about doing his business and putting in these performances. I don't want to start putting price tags on him, Gal. Do you know what I mean?
No. What I'm saying is, you can tell when someone's got that little elite class about them, right? And he is just, he knows he belongs on that pitch. There's no doubt in his mind he belongs on that pitch, right? Brilliant. Pink belt in needlework. No, I wasn't. I was a brown belt in needlework.
Get it right.
I did do needlework. I did do needlework, actually. In St Mary's St Michael's School in the East End, right? One of the things they used to get us to do if you failed at the school choir, and I deliberately sabotaged my own chances of getting in the school choir because I ended up in the school choir anyway because I didn't believe me. I sabotaged myself. Ended up doing needlework instead because it was this thing where you got like a mesh and you had to like sew wool into it and stuff like that. I quite enjoyed that. It was all right.
Yeah, I think my nan used to have one of those. Yeah,
it's quite good. Quite good.
I'm finding out a lot about you tonight, Gal. This is interesting. Some interesting stuff.
Yeah. I was in a school choir. We sang on the South Bank. Some sort of shit. I don't know, but it was good.
You still got a good voice now, Gal?
Magnificent voice, Chris. Magnificent.
I mean, I've heard you at West Ham, so you know.
I do.
Yeah, I know
me and karaoke. Lisa, my wife as well. She's top drawer.
This needs to be tested out. It needs to be.
I've sung internationally, Chris. I sung Life on Mars in Houston, in Texas. Right, got a round of applause. Geezer I was with, tone deaf, got booed off. Bowen is growing into a proper. Yeah,
he is.
He ain't growing into it. I don't think he is. He is Captain Scott. He is already. He's a legend because he could play for most other clubs in that fucking Premier League. You know that, right? West Ham fans doing that outside the Emirates. There was all sorts of stuff going off. There was, I think, my cousin Paul, he said some fat bloke charged the West Ham fans at the end and got carried away. I think he ran out of steam when he got to them. I don't know what it was, but they seemed very angry. But they were leaving like with 5 minutes to go. Yeah.
Sorry, this one just tickled me. This one just, I don't know
why.
It's
hardcore, isn't it, David? This
one just tickled me. Is this program? Yeah. This is your life.
Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? Stop talking about me. Talk about West Ham.
Oh God!
Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Yeah. Right. But also, Bowen loves Scott. Look, I mean, it was down the other end. My eyes are shit. I saw it as a diving header. Didn't see the replay because they didn't even show it over there. I've got to catch match of the day to see the replay. But what described the goal for me, Chris?
Bowen's goal, yeah, it was. I won't call it a diving header. He was diving to an extent, but the ball was going towards his area. So he didn't have to dive to get it, but he kind of went through it and kind of semi-dived, if that makes sense. Like it weren't like proper off the ground kind of flying diving header sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? But it was a great. To be fair, it would have been harder to miss it. Do you know what I mean? It would have been. It definitely would have been harder to miss it. But yeah, it's like, I'm buzzing about it. Buzzing. But I'm starting to feel a bit pissed now as well, actually.
I'll tell you what, just one more thing on sport and playing football, right? I used to, when I was younger, I used to love playing football and I played it all the time and I was all right. I loved doing it, right? But a few years ago, I ran a marathon, I lost a load of weight, run 10Ks and half marathons. I ran against Mo Farah in the Great North Run. He beat me, right?
No way. I don't believe that.
Well, of course I run against Mo Farah. He was in the Great North Run.
No. I can't believe that. I don't believe that he beat you. You're bollock. You're bullshit.
No. It was tough. It was tight. He beat me on the line. I'll tell you what, those fuckers take the piss, right? They you run into. I'll tell you what they do. Like me and you. I don't know how fast you run, but my sprint is the pace that they do all the fucking way around the course. It's a piss take. It is a complete piss take. And there's me puffing my way up the final hill because in the Great North Run, you go up this hill and then you drop down onto the seafront, and it's just like, it's different class. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yes, I tried to play before I had my marathon. I tried to go and have a kickabout over the fields with some youngsters, and honestly, I didn't know what I was doing. I was all over the place. all my magnificent timing had gone. A ball that I usually would have taken in my stride and brought it down beautifully and controlled it and finished it.
Yeah,
flew past me.
Mate, I know. It's such a hard thing to take because
It's
As you
muscle
know,
memory.
mate,
It's muscle memory.
I was coaching for 7 years, and I wanted
Yeah.
to get involved sometimes with the boys, and they were still like 16, 17 at this point.
Yeah.
And I tell you honestly, I was fucking useless. And it's
Yeah.
so gut wrenching when you can see players going past you and outskilling you. Like that would have never happened back in the day. It's horrible, but then you just have to. You just that's the thing. Now I know that I can't play ever again because I'll disgrace myself, and it just depresses me, to be honest with you. So,
I gave up after a few weeks. So I'd been marathon coming up, and someone fucking smashed into my ankle, and it blew up like a balloon. I thought I'm going to miss my marathon. I've been training for it for a year, right?
Yeah.
So I gave up. I retired from football for the 15th time.
What time did you do your marathon? What was your time?
You don't know.
I did want to know. We all want to know, mate.
Well, I don't remember.
At the end of the day, you've done a fucking marathon. That's a lot more than I've done.
Listen, it was slow, and the only thing that kept me going was some girl's arse that I was following all the way down the Amstel River in Amsterdam.
Whatever makes you work, mate.
Well,
what was your time, Miguel?
I don't know. It was slow. It was slow, but it's the flattest marathon in the world, Chris. There's no hills. In fact, there was a hill. It went down an underpass and up the other side. And I thought we were complaining to the organisers because they promised me no fucking hills. But the Amstel River, I can't have a pint of Amstel now without thinking of this shit. It is so, you had to go all the way down the Amstel River, over a bridge, all the way back up the Amstel River. And the only thing that kept me going, the Amstel River, was the support of the local Dutch fans, right? Who they're very good, even for slow bastards like me. Very good. And this girl's ass in front of me because it was, it was just something to watch as I went round. You got to have something to distract you in that situation, right? You have.
Yeah, look, it is. Claire done
4 hours 10.
That's bloody. I did have no idea. Well done, Claire.
Well done, Claire. I was slaying that, Claire.
That's very impressive. That's very impressive.
The heartbreaking thing about the Amsterdam Marathon was, because it's 26.2 miles. I had my watch on. I'd done 26.2 miles. I couldn't. We started and finished in the Olympic Stadium. I didn't even know they had one in Amsterdam, but they do, right? But we come up road. I've done 26.2 miles. My watch starts bleeping. I start filling up. It's like I've done the fucking marathon. Where's the fucking stadium? Right? It's not going to finish. Right? And honestly, I just thought we've got to be nearly there. We've got to be nearly there. And then we come up to like a right-hand turn, and there was the stadium. And honestly, I've never felt so emotional in my life. It was such a long way. Oh God, it was a long way.
How were you after when you completed the marathon? How did you feel? Like,
well, what happened was I felt fine, and then we got back to the room. And I thought I put a pair of jeans and a pair of shoes on. Bad mistake. Went out for something to eat because I felt I needed something to eat, and then went to get up from something to eat. Couldn't get up. My legs just locked. Right. And it's Amsterdam, right? So we thought we'd go to one of those funny little cafes.
Oh my God!
Yeah. And we got one of these little cakes, right, with marijuana in it, right? And
after you've run a marathon.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking hell, girl.
I know. Wow. I'll never go do it by half. Anyway, the guy said just take a bite off the corner, right? It was a brownie. He said take a bite off the corner. You don't have too much anyway. I fucking down a lot, right? And then we're on the rooftop thing having a drink. Me and Lisa, rooftop thing having a drink, and suddenly it was like the world was compressed in. It was like it was like very weird. So I said, Lisa, I've got to go and lay down. I went to lay down and I realised that I had no skin on my inner thighs between my ball bag and my arse, right? So I had to. It was like a baby. I rolled onto my side. I had to put a pillow between my legs, and she had to put Sudocrem on my arse cheeks because they were on fire, Chris. They were on fire. It wasn't good. It wasn't good, let me tell you.
My God!
But I did it. Right? I did it, and it was painful. But I'm glad I did it.
I'm very honestly. I'm impressed, mate. Yeah. I'm very impressed. Very impressed.
Pop played table tennis too for making sight when he's it's footwork as well. Because table tennis is still footwork, right? It's a very fast game.
Yeah, Dave's made a very valid point. Can someone remind these two that I'm down the pub chatting bollocks to each other?
Sorry, Dave. I know we don't have everything. Right, let's back onto the game.
What game? Oh, fuck yeah, we beat Arsenal today,
didn't
we?
Beat Arsenal.
Yes,
Coming your ones.
Yes.
But yeah, I've got a lot to share in video form. Put it like that. Better luck as always next year. Like I said afterwards to the Arsenal fans, it was such a laugh. I didn't realise I shouldn't have been standing up screaming when we scored, but we were in the posh seats, so I should have controlled myself. It was literally just me and Paul standing up, and some steward looking at us, about to threat us to go out.
I'm gutted by this, by the way, Mark, because I was thinking the same thing. I would have loved to have done a vlog today. It would have been brilliant because so far I've only done 2. I did the win against Fulham at home and the loss against Chelsea away, right? So I need to pick one before I need to. Well, no, I'll do more than one. I will do a couple more before the end of the season. I just need to pick the right games, don't I? I need to.
Yeah.
I need to get the right type. I don't want to just do like West. Do I want to do Leicester at home this Thursday? What do you reckon?
Yeah, do it. I've got almost a blog, and I'll try and put it together for Monday, right?
Yeah.
Because I've got a load of bits and pieces that I uploaded to TikTok. I don't know if you can download from TikTok what you've uploaded, but
I don't know, mate. I mean, but you would have said what you put it straight on TikTok. It's not saved in your on your phone.
I don't know. I just upload it straight up. Maltese. There's no way I'm watching this back tomorrow. Fuck that. No. No, nobody wants to do that. I don't want to see myself.
I never watch these back, ever.
Yeah.
Never. I don't.
Clear what you're supposed to. Right, let's do player ratings. Well said. Claire's puts a semblance of organisation on us, Chris. So let's do it. Right, let's put the overlay up.
Yes.
And we go through this magnificent set of lads. What a beautiful set of lads and a beautiful set of fans over there today, by the way. Magnificent all the way through. I know I shouldn't have been singing West Ham songs in the posh seats, but I was.
Yes, you should. What are you talking about? You're above the West Ham fans. You're in amongst them, Gal. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you're supposed to. We're surrounded by Arsenal fans. Bit disrespectful. I wouldn't like Arsenal fans doing that, would you?
No, but it doesn't matter if you're over there.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Mr. Richard Stevens. I played him once in a national tournament. He was good. He was very good, Matthew Side. He's a guy that writes for the Times now. He was number 1. He ended up being men's number 1 as well. So he was under 14s, under 17s, and then men's champion.
Is this table tennis or is this needlework?
No, this is table tennis. And he writes for the Times now. He's a very, very bright guy, Matthew Side. What he wrote this book called 20,000 Hours or something, where it really makes sense, where if you've got a certain amount of hand-eye coordination, everything else, general ability, if you spent 20,000 hours doing something, practicing, that would probably beat someone who is naturally talented and doesn't practice. Yeah, not just applies to that sport, applies to any sport. That was his theory. Really good sport. But his brother Andrew was he was under 14s number 1, while his brother Andrew was under 17s number 1. They were good, very talented family. They were. Yeah, that's right. Let's do it.
Sorry. Oh gosh.
So
yeah.
So
I would have loved.
It's a fantastic book, I tell you, and it really makes you think about it. And all those players that he mentions in the book, I think I played them at one time or another, but they were all good. They were all top players. Yeah. I know. Table tennis.
We should do a live stream of you playing table tennis with someone, Gal, for a show.
No.
I think
those days are over. Those days are over, Chris.
I've got a feeling that the fans want it, mate.
Those days are over. I'd only come out of retirement for Pop Robson if he's still playing.
That's a real crying shame.
He's getting on a bit now, though, isn't he? But
Alphonse Areola. What we scoring him here?
Alphonse Areola was,
AKA the German porn star himself. What we giving him tonight?
He was solid in every way. Solid handling, great time wasting, top time wasting. I don't think any player today is going to get a bad score. I'd go 8. 8 is a minimum today. Go on, 8's a minimum. Go on.
I'm going to be fairly realistic with my scoring with Areola because I don't think he had much to do. I don't. So I think almost as much as I'd like to give him an 8, I'm going to give him a 7 because he didn't really have anything to do, Gal. Like he didn't really have anything to do. So
the way he called that ball, Chris. The way he caught that back pass.
The way he caught that cross, it was just like, it was unbelievable. It was world class, wasn't it? And no, he had a decent game. Distribution was all right, but I think it was just a 7. I think 8's probably a bit too high. But
go on, then we go with a 7. Go on. Let's move on.
But mate, fuck it. I'm going to give him an 8 for his German porn style that he's he's
I know you've been fucking tight and a little bit unnecessary. How about Ollie Scholes? Ollie Scholes.
I'm giving him a 9. I want to give him a 10. I don't know. Can I give him a 10? I'm going to give him a 9 because.
Of course, you can give him a 10. If you want to give him a 10, give him a 10.
Do you know what? Fuck it.
Don't be embarrassed.
You know what?
Yeah,
Young
give him a
kid.
10.
That's his first start, right, in the Prem. That is his first start in the Prem, isn't it?
First 90 minutes. First 90 minutes.
Okay.
But
So
I don't remember a fault.
no, he did because there was no. It was a faultless display. So yeah, Ollie Scholes, fuck it, he's getting a 10. He came from our youth team. He's stepped into the first team as if he's been playing left back for us for years.
One of our own.
Yeah, he is. So no, I'm with you. I'm giving him a 10, and maybe I'm being slightly biased because he's a youngster that's come through and he's making it, and he's owning it. He's owning that position right now. Yeah, he's getting a 10. Fuck it,
give him a 10 all day long. 10. Talking of 10s, let's switch to the other side. Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
I mean, if I'm giving Scholes a 10, well, I can't be scoring. You score Wan-Bissaka. I know you.
10. 10.
All right, we've got 10. Perfect 10s all around here now.
Perfect 10 for AWB. I was wondering the Arsenal fans up at AWB are running at him. I was saying, it's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Do they not know what they're doing? They're going nowhere.
He was brilliant today, Wan-Bissaka, mate.
Yes,
he was absolutely superb. Yeah. He was brilliant. I can't watch you smoking anymore, Gary. I can't do it. It's too much. Can you do it? So can you just go down and do it? I can't because I feel like I'm going to laugh and I don't want to.
I look like I'm doing something else down
there. It does look like you're sucking on something else here, Gal.
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka.
God.
Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, you got to give him a 9 or a 10. He was for me like along with Kudus, who'll come to as man of the match. Like he was outstanding.
Yeah.
You know?
He was impeccable. Impeccable is not a word I use very often, but I use it with Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Brilliant. Absolutely superb.
And an assist.
Yes, an amazing assist at that too. I mean, you'd be hard pushed to find a better assist from West Ham this season because other than that one, what he did as a fullback.
There's a lot of 9s and 10s in there. A lot of 9s and 10s. Right?
Everyone knows. I mean, I think he was outstanding today.
Does
right?
Know. You're right.
Aaron Cresswell. Let's focus on our 3 centre R's. Right, Aaron Cresswell
didn't put a fucking foot wrong. 10.
Another 10. Jeez.
Yeah.
Man.
Give him all a 10. Go on.
Is there any point us doing this? Are we going to give everyone a 10?
No, I'll give him a 9. I'll be harsh on him. Give him a 9 because he ain't quite up to the standard of Scholes and Wan-Bissaka. But he's old.
I'll give him. I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. Good. You know, he was solid today. I think our whole defense was solid. He worked he worked extremely hard, as did the rest of our defenders. I'll give him an 8. Yeah. I can't be getting too crazy. I'm gonna look back on this and be fucking hell. We gave him 10s to everyone. But no, I think I'll give him an 8. Yeah, I'll give him an 8.
See, Darren knows. He was solid.
Darren's loving Cress,
Yeah.
It was great. He was very good. He was very, very good today. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go to the other side, to Debo.
Yeah, what? So he got when did he get hooked at the 65th minute or something?
He did the slam dunk, didn't he?
Yeah, for it. Yeah. He was going to get subbed anyway by the looks of it. I think it was time for that.
He looked so fucking calm and assured. They didn't fuck with him today. That was proper to Debo. We saw that.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah. He was very, very good. I would.
He belongs out there, Chris, like Skulls.
So I'm struggling here now because I've given 8 to Cresswell. What do we give to Tadebo? I thought he was maybe
slightly better. I'm giving a 9 to Tadebo because he's just back from injury. It was a perfect hour. A perfect hour.
Yeah, but he didn't play the full game. So for that reason, I'm also going to give him.
You can mark him on what he played. Mark him on what he played.
8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
I go 9. You go 8.5. It's fine. I thought he was. They knew not to fuck with him. You know, you can see in the body language of these players. They knew they weren't going to get anywhere with him. It was beautiful to see. And the kingpin, Kilman, in the middle of defence.
Mate, he's a different player when he doesn't play with Mavrokrapos, right? He's a totally different player. So I mean, again, he was. I don't want to say outstanding, but he was fucking really good today. I'm going to give him a 9. I'm going to give him a 9.
Yeah.
You know, I will.
Every one of them.
He's right thick in the middle of that defence. So I think you can't. Yeah, a 9.
I would give him a 9 without a shadow of a doubt. The one I'm going to need help with, because to be honest, it didn't come to my attention that much, and that's usually a good thing, is Souček.
Yeah.
What's Souček?
I don't think he was as good as some of the other players. He was decent today. I'll give him an 8. I think I'd give him an 8. I think 8 would be fair for Souček. What about you?
Yeah, no, 8's good for me. I didn't see him put a foot wrong, and usually it stands out a mile when he's putting a foot wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, 100%. And I think other than Souček, one player that I did think was very, very good today was Edson Alvarez. I thought he was really good.
The Arsenal fans, before we went in today, said that was their best midfield. Odegaard, Rice, and the other geezer.
Partey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's their best midfield.
We outclassed them with Alvarez, James Ward-Prowse, and Souček.
Did.
That says a lot, right?
Does it not go to show, for a lot of people that say that you cannot play Souček and James Ward-Prowse together, a load of bollocks. If you play them right, you can do. You're
in the right, yeah. Just don't play them as defensive midfilders. And James Ward-Prowse was anything but, right?
Yeah,
he was snappy. He was getting forward. He was playing the ball to the front guys like he should be, right? That is his game. So he's played to his strengths, Potter. So well done, Potter. I'll give James Ward-Prowse for making such a burst back onto the scene a 9 for that game.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I spoke to you briefly beforehand. I thought he was brilliant today, James Ward-Prowse. Yeah. I really did. I'm so impressed by him, and I think he's come back with he's reinvigorated James Ward-Prowse, and so I think he's going to be a key player for us actually between now and the end of the season. So I'd absolutely agree with you. I'll give him a 9. What about Alvarez?
Well, you can't give him less than James Ward-Prowse. This is a guy who's been intermittent at best and ill-disciplined as well. And today he was tough. He was brutal at times, but he was disciplined. Properly disciplined. He had a role. He knew how to play it. He was full of energy, up and down, covered every ounce of grass. 9.
Yeah, 100. I totally agree with you, mate. Yeah, definite 9 for me. He owned it there, didn't he? He absolutely owned it. He was so important to the way we set up today in terms of playing in front of that back three. He was outstanding. So yeah, definite 9 for me. One of his performance actually for a long, long time. You could say the same for most of our players actually. You could, couldn't you?
It was beautiful. And then you got Kudus.
Right. Okay. Mohamed Kudus. So for me, he was the man of the match.
Yeah.
He just was, like I said before, physically so imposing. I think he caused no end of problems all game. He was fucking outstanding. His hold up play, shoving players off him. They couldn't deal with him. They could not deal with him.
There was 2 times that I saw where he had the ball surrounded by players, and I was saying to the Arsenal fans, saying, "You ain't fucking getting the ball off him, right?" And they didn't. It was like the old Kudus, where he had that low centre of gravity, that strength, and he held the ball and he came out with a ball. Right? I love that.
Do you know when we say sometimes, because like there were moments today, like particularly earlier in the first half, where I'm like, pass it. I felt like he was holding on to it a little bit too long. But then I kind of, maybe I'm looking at a slightly different angle here, is that he's the only player that we seem to have that can carry that ball at the moment, carry it and move into the final thirds. Honestly, because of his strength, his skill, his pace, everything that he's got, the way he can shove players off him, I kind of get it. And, maybe the likes of Graham Potter are actually saying to him, do you know what? Fucking drive the team forward. There are times when he could make an easy pass, I granted. But no, listen, I thought he was outstanding today. The only thing that I was disappointed with was, the through ball that he should have played to Evan Ferguson a bit earlier. He should have done that because that would have made it 2-0 game over.
Yeah, and he should have shot. He should have shot with it. But the thing is, when that guy got sent off, if he don't make that challenge, that guy, he's clean through. He scores that goal.
Yeah. I'm not talking about that. I mean, that one, that he can't do anything about that. He's taken down. No. But the one I'm talking about, as I said, is when he had the ball, and it's almost like he slowed everything down right at the last minute. I'm like, fucking hell, just pass the ball. I think he had probably 2 or 3 opportunities to play it into Evan Ferguson, but he played it at the wrong time, and he played it behind Ferguson. And Ferguson's then's got his back to goal and a couple of defenders around him. So that was the only thing, and. But apart from that, he was outstanding. And for me, best performance from Kudus for a very, very long time. My man of the match, I'm giving him a 10, Gal. I don't ever think I'm giving him a 10.
A 10 is not unreasonable, and I think he might be my man of the match as well. We'd do that after. Bowen.
Yeah, I mean, again, another outstanding performance for him. He worked his socks off, didn't he? He did.
Look at this. Bill says, first up on match of the day.
Jesus.
No. Us, West Ham, little West Ham. Hey, love that. So I'll have to go. I'm recording it. I'll have to go and watch it. But yeah. So Bowen, you give him what?
I'll give him 9 as well.
9.
I'll give him a 9.
So let's look at the subs. Ferguson, he was only on 10 minutes, wasn't he?
I'll give him a 9 as well.
18 minutes. Yeah.
He didn't really. I mean, it's hard to. How can you score for Ferguson?
They were launching the ball high to him, to be honest, and he was marked out of it by 2 centre halves. I think he needs ball to feet. I don't think the big eyeballs up to, the lofted eyeballs up front. I think he needs crosses that he can get on the end of. They weren't crosses; they were long balls up to him. I don't think that's his thing.
No, it's not. But I also think that had that pass from Kudus been better, then he could have quite easily scored and made it 2-0, and suddenly everyone's like, "Fuck me," he's here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think Ferguson. You can't score anyone like, but he only had a brief cameo appearance, right? I don't want to score him a 6. I'll give him a 7, and I think that's fair.
I think 7's fair. Who else came on? Mavropanos. I didn't think he was crap today. I thought he was all right. I know he gave the free kick away, but I thought he did all right. Don't want to slag him off. I think he was quite solid. He's aerial. He got the ball away with his head a couple of times, which was good. Yes, I know he gave that ball away in the D, that free kick away in the D, but it was too close to cause any damage. It wasn't just outside the D like that one the other week. So you don't want to give a free kick there, I know, but it was too close to get it up and down.
I kind of disagree, because I think there are players that can score from that, and even if it's indirect and they pass it to someone else, it's still in a very, very dangerous position. And my issue with Mavropanos is that there's always a fucking mistake in him, and that could have been catastrophic for us, Gal. It could have been. Yeah, it could have. I'm for me, he'll be the lowest ranked player, and that's not just because I don't rate him. I just don't think he deserves to be a 7. I'll give him a 6.5. No, actually, fuck it, I'll give him a 6. Yeah, I'm not giving any more than that.
Yeah, I think I'll go with that. I mean, look, I do feel for him a little bit, I must admit, but
you're not changing your mind on Mavropanos. I thought you said the other week he's dead to me. You're a new star boy. I can see him. He's behind you there, Luis Guilherme, right? So come on, don't start getting soft on
I'm not getting soft. I am quite soft. I'm quite soft. Yeah,
he's not fit enough to be a West Ham player. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Mavropanos, I can't deal with him anymore. I can't.
Do
you know, like, did you notice today? I don't know if you saw it with the George Urphy and Casey.
He scored 2. Came back from 1-0 down. 2-1
today, Gal. They were with the crowd at the Emirates. They're both in there, sitting with the fans.
Oh, were they?
Yes, they were. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Love that. But yeah, again, George Urphy. He came on as a sub. Then he scored 2 goals yesterday. Love to see that. Hopefully now he's going to start playing a bit more regularly for them between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Was that it then? Was that all the subs?
I don't think anybody else came on, did they?
Hold up. Oh, Carlos Soler.
Oh yeah, he came on for 4 minutes or so. Yeah, he did a good job, run around. 6.
Did a good job running around. That's his job,
isn't it? Go and run around a bit, mate. Go and run around.
Yeah, I mean, you give him a 6, can't you? I suppose. Yeah, give him a 6. But yeah.
Yeah,
say,
and last but by very no means least, Graham Potter.
Oh mate, for me, he gets a perfect 10 straight off. I'm not even no hesitation about it. He got it absolutely spot on today with his decisions. He did with his lineup, with his formation, with his substitutions. Although I was a bit concerned when he put on Mavropanos over Todibo, but I guess that's a fitness thing. Yeah, he gets a 10, mate. Come on, you got to score 10.
5 for the hair. That's D'Artagnan you're talking about there, Bill. Yes. No, I think 10 all day long and twice on Sundays.
Massive credit to Potter.
No, this is a better score for Potter. 11. He gets 11 out of 10. Yeah. I think that is thoroughly deserved, actually. He did the same today. Let the players take their applause before he claps at the end. Still in the limelight. I love that. I want to look at his post-match interview and see what he says, because he won't get carried away by that. He'll talk about it in the same way as when he loses, right? And that is the sign of a good manager. Don't get too excited by the highs. Don't get too despondent by the lows.
Yeah. Did you see our friend
Ted? Yeah, true.
David, did you see Dave Sullivan there today with his fucking Russian hat on? He was sat there with his missus.
Oh, he's Russian hat on.
You should have taken yours, mate. You should have done.
I should have. I could be like a grown-up version of David Sullivan, couldn't I?
You could have been.
But that's not something to want, is it?
Ex-professional table tennis knitting connoisseur, David Sullivan.
But I don't want to be David Sullivan. Hello, Bodger.
He's turned up.
Yeah, thanks for turning up.
Yeah.
Claire's been, holding the fort, Right. Anyway, we're done. We're done.
Yeah,
It was
I
a
want to
beautiful
catch match of the day actually,
and a
I wanna
beautiful catch up. And I'm a little bit tipsy, but I'm getting sober now. Actually, you know what I fancy? I fancy a fried egg sandwich. That's what I fancy.
God, that'll go down well, won't it? Jesus,
It will. It will.
Did you get something to eat on the way home?
Oh,
That
chili sensations. My
God.
favourite crisp.
Oh.
It's the master of crisps. It's the daddy. It's the daddy.
Was that what you were eating on the way back from Chelsea? You had another big bag, Sarah as well, didn't you? I can't remember what it was.
That's the one. That's the packet
That is the one, is it? Yeah, I've not tried them before. Yeah, I've tried them.
Beautiful. Amazing crisps. Amazing crisps.
I'll take
Best
your
crisp
word
ever,
for
Chris. Yeah.
Fuck, we're 10 minutes already into match of the day, so we've already missed it.
We
We'll have
are.
to just
Let's
watch
do
a
it.
catch up or something.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for your lovely comments. Thank you, Claire, and late arriving Bodger in the chat. And see you next time. Yeah, I'm on you ones.